What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to Rise to Fame episode number 78. Today, as you can see, I've built a budget Portugal squad. This team cost around 10,000 coins or less. And after the games, I didn't play good with this team and this team. I don't recommend this team. I don't think you guys should go out and buy these players. They're not good. The team's not fun to play with. And you'll see that in the coming up 2 games. But after I finish these games, it made me think about how circumstantial so many things in life are. Like, I come up against this guy and he's got a fucking amazing team. One of the best teams you'll ever likely to play against. It's very solid. It's got overpowered players in every single position of the field, with exception of perhaps Ashley Cole. But the rest of it, I just think is just, you know, it's a crazy good team. And this team that I've been using, I wanted to try something different in Rise to Fame. I wanted to build a team. You know, I've had these Silver team in my Premiership or my All-Star team for too long. I want to start building budget teams and winning cups and stuff with some budget teams, and try out some different nations, some different leagues and stuff. So if you guys have got any budget, sort of like 10 to 20k squad builders that you could recommend, feel free to leave it in the description. But we take a nice lead here, and that's a fantastic goal to make it 2-0 there from Thiago, and I thought all was going well. But you know, you'll see what happens throughout the rest of the game, and this was actually a game where I was really unfortunate to lose. I feel like if I had a better defense and goalkeeper, I would have won this game, but that's neither here nor there. It started making me think about circumstantial things and how, if like this is the first round of the Gold Cup, I don't expect to come up against a team this powered in the first round. You know, you've got to be real unlucky to come up against a team like this. You know, you usually come up against average to poor teams in the first couple of rounds, and then a good team in the third round, and then a great team in the final. You know, that's generally how the Gold Cup works. But I came up against this team, and I thought to myself, imagine if I did come up against a team that was just average, or a player that was just average, and imagine if I actually managed to steal the win here against this guy. How different would this video be, and how different would my outlook on these players be, in spite of the fact that it's still a bad team and bad to play with. And it kind of made me think, and you know, you think about when I do a This Is Why I'm Hot video. So last time I used Santi Cazorla, and I got like 10 clips, 12 clips in 3 games, man, and like that's crazy quick, and it makes me think like, damn, he's a really good player to use. I recommend him to you guys go and buy him. His price goes up, people complain about price fixing, and in general things just get a bit different. Now imagine if it took me 20 games to get 10 clips with Santi Cazorla. Imagine if I couldn't get any clips with him, and I actually made a video saying, by the way guys, don't go and buy this player, he's not very good. Like, how different would things be if, you know, circumstantial changes that are so finite were different? Do you know what I mean? So like, if I come up against a guy, if I won this game, and the next game that I play in, if I win those 2 games, I tell you guys these players are awesome. Maybe their price doubles or triples because they're cheap players for a few days, and then it goes back down. And it just got me thinking to like real life kind of stuff. Like, you ever see the film Sliding Doors, where it's a film and Gwyneth Paltrow misses the train, and then like it shows another version where she gets on the train, and basically it plays what seems to be 2 films side by side, but ultimately the means is the same. You know, the end is the same. She still breaks up with the boyfriend or whatever. I can't remember the storyline completely. She still breaks up with the guy and still comes on and meets the new guy or whatever, and it kind of makes me think, like, if I make a video saying Santi Cazorla's good, and instead of making a video saying Santi Cazorla's bad, like, how, like, does the ends still match? Like, do people still, like, does his price go to a natural price and stuff? I'm really struggling to get out what I'm talking about, but the whole point anyway was the real life thing about how, you know, sometimes I leave for work, and by the way, this game was fucking retarded. This guy had like 6 or 7 shots only, and you'll see the final score anyway. But you know, I'm not here to bitch about FIFA. We all have bad days on FIFA. This was a bad couple of days for me on FIFA, but never mind. So it made me think, like, sometimes when I leave my house, I leave at, like, you know, let's say like 10:01, yeah, and I get to the train station or the tube station, and the train is pulling out of the platform, and I think to myself, fuck, if I had just left my house 10 seconds earlier, if I'd got out of bed 10 seconds earlier and done everything 10 seconds sooner, I would have been on that train. But what happens if I'm on that train instead of on that train? Imagine if that train, derails and crashes and everyone on it dies, or imagine if there's a mass murder on that train that kills a ton of people, or imagine, you know, if nothing goes wrong on that train and instead, because I've missed that train and I get on the next train, something goes wrong then. And it just genuinely makes me wonder, like, how different things would be for the sake of a second or two in life. Like, you know, I don't really have anything to discuss about it. It's just one of those thought-provoking things, I guess, that just makes me sit here and think, do you know what? It's just awesome. Life is just awesome. Do you know what I mean? I mean, we all have bad days and good days. We'll have, you know, troubles in our life, and some people have more fortunate lives than others, and I'm not denying that at all. But obviously, I'm super fortunate to be where I am in YouTube. Imagine if I'd made a video a week later instead of the week that I made a video. You know, would I be here? Would I be on 1 million subs instead of 100,000 subs, or would I be on 1,000 subs instead of 100,000 subs? It's all just such a lot of food for thought. Wait, no, I said food for thought there. It's a lot of food for thought. And a subject that really interests me, and just, you know, just really does make you sit back and think, and maybe help you forward plan a bit more as to what you're going to do in life. Not that you could really change fate under any stretch of the imagination. But anyway, guys, we're coming towards the end of the video now, so if you could hit that like button, it would be amazing. This game, I got a dicking 7-4, but I actually, believe it or not, although I don't think the match stats show so much to be true, but I actually controlled this game. And this guy, you'll see where his shots were from. They were all from, like, you know, 25, 30 yards out. He actually scored a couple of long ranges, you know. He scored a couple of good goals in there, not going to lie. But anyway, guys, this is the end of the video. A couple of losses, never good. But thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.